Kingdom Hearts has been with me ever since I was a kid. I've played every single game and have learned that every Kingdom Hearts game has something great about it that sets itself apart from the rest of the series. Kingdom Hearts 1 had the platforming and world interactivity none of the other games seem to care to replicate. Birth by Sleep has the melding system that I spent hours in just mixing different stuff to try and see what I could make. With Kingdom Hearts 4 taking place in a completely different setting than we're used to, I think this is going to be as big a jump in gameplay feel as Kingdom Hearts 2 was to Kingdom Hearts 1, where Kingdom Hearts 1 had more of a heavy focus on platforming and world exploration, and KH2 focused more on fast action combat and cinematic angles. Not sure which type of game Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be, but there are some things I would love to see either stay or return in Kingdom Hearts 4. Alright, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I really love the Gummy Ships in all of the Kingdom Hearts games. It was really confusing at first, but the more I played it as a kid, the more fun I had when I was creating the ships. My personal favorite will always be Kingdom Hearts 2's Gummy Ships. When I was a kid, I spent so many hours in there that I eventually filled up all of my original blueprint slots. With Kingdom Hearts 4 taking place outside of Sora's version of reality, this might be a tall order, seeing as how the Gummy Ships probably don't exist in Quadratum as far as we know. If we don't get the Gummy Ship, maybe Sora will get a customizable car similar to the Regalia from Final Fantasy XV that can travel between worlds. Not quite sure how Gummy Ships could return, but I really hope they do. At least some sort of mini game where we travel between the worlds. Again, this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I thought Gummy Ships were fun from Kingdom Hearts 1 all the way to Kingdom Hearts 3. I know lots of people don't like it or find the Gummy Ship creator confusing. Personally, I thought it was one of the best things about the original Kingdom Hearts games, and I think they amplified it and made it even better in Kingdom Hearts 3, so I would really love to see it return in KH4. By far, one of the worst things about Kingdom Hearts 3, for me personally, is the lack of 99 save files. Only having 9 is extremely limiting considering how many different types of playthroughs that are possible. You have beginner, standard, proud, critical, level 1, kingdom key only, all pro codes, all easy codes, the list goes on. I had to sacrifice my level 99 critical save file because I was doing a level 1 playthrough and I had no more save slots left, so I had to give up one of my save files. And I specifically chose my critical level 99 over my proud level 99 because if I was going to replay Kingdom Hearts 3 again, I personally prefer to play on critical mode, so I would much prefer to redo that one over the proud one. I really hope this is something that bothered others besides myself, as I think it's something that Kingdom Hearts should always have in my opinion. There's just way too many ways to play the Kingdom Hearts games that having only 9 save slots just isn't enough. So I loved Kingdom Hearts 3, but it was a huge letdown with the endgame content before Remind, of course. I know technically Dark Inferno is a secret boss, but he didn't really feel like one. For one, he's not even a secret, he's found in a battle gate, and 2, his fight isn't very fun or iconic like previous secret bosses. He's just kind of there. I really hope Square is more innovative and creative with how they make secret bosses in the future if they plan on keeping them. Lingering Will, Yozora, Phantom, they're all iconic in their own way, and I really hope Kingdom Hearts 4 brings it with 1 or 2 secret bosses that actually have some weight to them. Customization was something I was really hoping that would be in Kingdom Hearts 3 after 0.2 came out, but soon after it released we were told that it was not carrying over to Kingdom Hearts 3. Hopefully with how Kingdom Hearts 4 is looking, we may get to change some of Sora's outfits, even if it's just adding on different accessories. I feel like adding different outfits would really take advantage of the setting where Kingdom Hearts 4 is taking place, at least for a portion of the game. This next one is one that I personally missed the most from Kingdom Hearts 2 to 3, and it still bothers me till this day, but I really miss tournaments from Kingdom Hearts 1 and KH2. Fighting Sephiroth in the first game felt amazing, and you could really feel everything you've learned throughout the entire game being put to use. Then in Kingdom Hearts 2, we could fight Tifa, Cloud, Yuffie, and Leon all at once. I remember thinking it was the coolest thing when I was a kid. I was really hoping KH3 would do something even better than that, but sadly it was left out, along with Final Fantasy characters. It felt really satisfying completing each cup in both KH1 and KH2. I love that it was a way to test how strong I was and how well I learned the game's mechanics. Not to mention eventually being able to unlock some cool boss fights as well. The KH4 trailer did show a tease of the underworld, so maybe hopefully somehow we can get another tournament minigame in KH4. This one is kind of a 2-in-1, but Keyblade Switching and form changes. I will admit, when I first tried out Keyblade Switching in KH3, I didn't really care for it. I didn't think it was bad, I just didn't use it much. I just kept Ever After on once I unlocked it, until we got Oathkeeper later on, and then I never stopped using that Keyblade as it's my favorite Keyblade of all time. It wasn't until I started doing my level 1 playthroughs where I really felt the mechanics shine the most. Realizing I could save my Keyblade form changes by switching to a different Keyblade until I needed it was by far one of the best things to ever happen to the combat. Once I realized that it was a thing, I used it on pretty much every boss that I encountered. I know all KH games have drastically different combat that is unique to each game, but hopefully Square chooses to expand on the form change in Keyblade Switching instead of replacing it with something new. I may only feel that way since I was late to the party and only just started seeing its usefulness within the past year or so, but it's something that I would really love to see brought back. Before I end the video, a while ago I asked my Twitter followers what they would like to see return in Kingdom Hearts 4, and these are their thoughts here. One of these comments reminded me that there are no tech points in Kingdom Hearts 3, and how cool it would be if we did get them back, because they always did reward you with more experience points if you were able to pull off something that was sort of difficult to do. So what did you think of the list? Do you agree or disagree? If there's something you'd like to see return in KH4, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'm really looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 4, and I plan on making more videos leading up to its release, so please consider subscribing to the channel so you can see when the next video goes live. Also, please don't forget to leave a like on the video, as it'll help the algorithm and push the video out to more people. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!